Okay, go ahead.
Hello, my name is Marlaine Darfler. I'm a longtime member of Temple Beth-El. And I wanted to spend a few minutes talking to you about simanim, or the symbolic foods that can be found on many tables at Rosh Hashanah at this time. The list is pretty varied depending on your traditions, your geographical location. There's things like fish heads and carrots and beets. But I'm going to talk about the three that are most familiar to my Rosh Hashanah table, and maybe probably familiar to most of you. Apples and honey, pomegranates, which actually were not part of my tradition and are not geographically available, except they are at Wegmans, and the round challah. On these 2 days of Rosh Hashanah, we're not only celebrating the Jewish New Year, but it's a time for reflection, to contemplate on our actions and events of the past year. It's time to ask for forgiveness from God and from the people in our lives who we have wronged, and a time for the sacred act of forgiving ourselves and forgiving others as we commit to the new year. The simanim, or the symbolic foods, serve as a reminder of those aspects of Rosh Hashanah in the middle of a nice celebratory meal. So apples and honey, we all know the apples and honey. What I found interesting when I was looking into this was it's a symbol for good and sweet, because good or good things can come from difficult times, hard times, trials, things that are testing us, and as these days are. So this dipping of the apples in the honey is a way of saying, may the good things that come to us this year come to us through a sweet avenue instead of a difficult avenue. Then there's the pomegranate, which symbolizes our good deeds, referring to the 613 mitzvot. When you eat a pomegranate seed, if you open it, they're filled with seed. And eating a seed, we pray or ask that our good deeds will match the number of seeds in a pomegranate. And there's this kind of saying that the pomegranate has 613 seeds. So sometimes people will take a pomegranate out and on the Rosh Hashanah table and start counting the seeds, and I don't think anyone has found that there actually are 613 seeds in a pomegranate. And the last is the challah, which is very well known to all of us. And at the Friday night table, there's our braided challah. And at Rosh Hashanah, we do a round challah to show the continuation, the year in, year out, and the cycle of life. Often the challah is then ripped apart or cut and dipped in honey and passed around. A quick little fun, kind of kid-friendly cooking dessert item for the Rosh Hashanah table using the apple and honey theme is to get a pie crust, like a 9-inch pie crust, roll it out, put a little flour in the pan, roll out the dough, crimp the edges up so you've got, we'll keep the applesauce in. Crimp it up, put some honey on the bottom, applesauce, and then cut apples and put them concentrically circles around. You can put cinnamon on the top if you want, and bake it, and you have an apple and honey pizza pie. So it's been a challenging time for all of us, and may we reflect and move towards this new year with resolve to be our best selves and bring that best self to our family, to our friends, to our community, and to our world. Shana Tova.